Do you have old coins lying around the house? Maybe in an old jar, tucked away in a drawer, or hidden in Grandpa's collection? Well, today's video might just inspire you to take another look, because one simple nickel could change your life. Yes, you heard that right. A 1974 Monticello Jefferson nickel minted in Denver, marked with a little right below Monticello on the reverse, has shocked the collector world with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.4 million. Let's step back in time for a moment to 1974. America was going through big changes. Nixon resigned, gas prices soared, and coins were just everyday pocket change. Or so we thought. But not all coins are created equal. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, was designed to honor America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, and his iconic home, Monticello. These coins were produced by the millions every year, but a few rare ones slipped through the cracks. And 1974's Denver Mint nickel is one of them. Now you might be wondering, why would a nickel, a 5-cent piece, be worth $1.4 million? The answer is simple: rarity, condition, and error. One specific 1974 D. Jefferson nickel was discovered with an extremely rare error, a misstrike, combined with an almost perfect preservation condition known as MS 68 or higher in grading terms. The collector market goes crazy for coins that are not only old but also near-perfect and unique. There are believed to be only 1 or 2 examples known of this error coin in this pristine condition, making it a true jackpot for the lucky owner. In recent years, a 1974 D. Jefferson nickel in this rare condition reportedly fetched a whopping $1.4 million at a private auction. That's enough for a house, a dream retirement, or a luxury vacation. This sale rocked the coin collector world and sent people rushing to check their old pocket change. Imagine turning an old nickel into a millionaire moment. Now, you don't need to be a seasoned collector to check if you have a valuable coin. Here's what to do. Look for the year, 1974, flip it over and check for the D mint mark. Inspect the coin's condition. No scratches, dents, or wear. Look for unusual details, doubled images, misaligned prints, or off-center strikes. If you think your coin looks promising, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grading could turn your nickel into a 6- or 7-figure payday. Coins are more than spare change. They are tiny time capsules that can sometimes hold incredible value. The 1974 D. Jefferson nickel is living proof of that. Imagine finding a coin worth $1.4 million sitting in a drawer for decades. So, if you or your family have a collection of old coins, now's the perfect time to dust them off. Your future fortune could be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more hidden treasure stories. And don't forget to share this with your friends or family. Who knows? Maybe someone you know is sitting on $1 million nickel. Have you ever checked the change in your pocket or the forgotten coin jar on your shelf? You could be sitting on a small fortune. I'm talking about up to $1.60 million. Yes, you heard me right. Today, we're diving into the story of one particular coin that has the collector world buzzing. The 2006 P and D Monticello Jefferson nickel. And you won't believe what makes this little 5-cent piece so incredibly valuable. First, let's talk history. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American pockets since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the front shows President Thomas Jefferson's portrait, and the reverse proudly displays his Virginia home, Monticello. But in 2006, something fascinating happened. The U.S. Mint, from both Philadelphia, that's the P mint mark, and Denver, that's the D mint mark, issued the last batch of the Westward Journey nickel series, returning to the classic Monticello design but with a modern twist on Jefferson's portrait. Now you might be asking, what makes a 2006 nickel worth more than $1 million when it says 5 cents right on it? It's all about condition, rarity, and a little something called mint errors. The most valuable 2006 Jefferson nickels are known for being in near-perfect condition, what collectors call MS 70. But even more exciting are the rare error coins. Some 2006 nickels were struck off-center, some with double dies, and some with misaligned mint marks. These quirks turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary investment piece. Now, let's talk numbers. A perfectly preserved 2006 P or D Monticello Jefferson nickel, with certain rare errors and graded by top experts like PCGS or NGC, has sold for, brace yourself, a mind-blowing $1.6 million at auction. That's right. A coin you might have overlooked in your pocket change or old dresser drawer could fund your dream retirement, a new house, or that once-in-a-lifetime vacation. 1. Check the mint mark. P for Philadelphia and D for Denver. Point 2. Look at the condition. The shinier, the better. Point 3. Search for errors, doubling, off-center strikes, and misprints. And if you've got one that looks promising, send it to be graded by PCGS or NGC. The right certification can be the difference between 5 cents and a fortune. Segment 5. Selling your coin. So, you found a 2006 Jefferson nickel and think it's special. What's next? White heavy checkmark. Get it appraised. Visit a local coin shop or submit to a professional grading service. White heavy checkmark. Sell smart. Auction houses, online platforms like eBay, or private collectors offer the best returns. White heavy checkmark. Stay safe. Always verify buyers and do your research before handing over your treasure. So, before you spend that old nickel, take a second look. Whether it's worth a few bucks or a whopping $1.6 million, the thrill of the hunt is half the fun. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn about coins that could change your life. And hey, do you have old coins lying around? Tell me in the comments below. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating error coins in U.S. history, the 2000 P Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark error, known to some collectors as the $1 million Monticello. Seated comfortably, coins and magnifying glass on the table. Hello, treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel, your go-to place for uncovering hidden value in the coins you've been holding onto for years. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70, and you've got a collection gathering dust, this video is for you. Show close-up images of a standard 2000 P Jefferson nickel and transition to highlight the rare error. Let's start with the basics. In the year 2000, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels at its Philadelphia facility. These coins were supposed to carry the P mint mark, but, and here's the twist, some were mysteriously stamped with both a P and AD mint mark. Mint marks tell collectors where a coin was made. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver. Use visuals of minting machines, old footage of the U.S. Mint. Now, how did this happen? This type of error is believed to be the result of a mix-up at the U.S. Mint, where a die intended for Denver D may have been accidentally used in Philadelphia, or vice versa. Because of this, the few known specimens became ultra-rare collector's items. Show screenshots of auction listings, certified coins in protective cases. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for, the market value. One confirmed specimen was reportedly valued at $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that a simple nickel could turn you into an instant millionaire. Always have your coins graded by professionals like PCGS or NGC to confirm authenticity and condition. Show a step-by-step of how to inspect a coin with a magnifying glass. If you're digging through your old collection, here's what you need to look for. 2000 both a P and a D visible on the same coin. Look for sharp, crisp details and any signs of doubling. If your nickel matches these traits, don't spend it. Get it evaluated immediately. Show footage of coin shows, auction houses, and online platforms. White heavy checkmark auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. White heavy checkmark online platforms like eBay, but only after certification. White heavy checkmark direct sales to professional collectors. A professional appraisal is the first step. Don't rush into selling without knowing your coin's true worth. Soft music fades in, shots of old coins laid out neatly. Who knew a humble Jefferson nickel could change your financial future? So, take a moment this weekend. Check your old jars, drawers, and boxes. That small piece of metal could be the $1 million treasure you never knew you had. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden coin treasures and rare collectibles. Drop a comment below. Maybe your old collection holds a secret fortune too. Your old coins might be worth more than gold. Start your hunt today. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1998 D Mint Jefferson nickel, the Monticello nickel, and why one of these coins is believed to be worth up to $1.8 million on the current collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. A simple nickel, face value of just 5 cents, could be worth more than most people's retirement savings. But not every 1998 D nickel will make you a millionaire. So in this video, I'll break down white heavy checkmark, the history behind the coin, white heavy checkmark, what makes it special, white heavy checkmark, how to spot the valuable ones, white heavy checkmark, and how you can sell or appraise your old coins the smart way. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The 1998 version, minted in Denver, which is what the D Mint mark stands for, features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous estate Monticello on the reverse. While over 500 million Jefferson nickels were minted in 1998, only a few stand out. Usually, they were made in such large quantities that they rarely hold value beyond a few cents. But there are exceptions, especially when minting errors or rare conditions come into play. Now about that $1.8 million figure, this isn't your average coin shop sale. This valuation applies to coins in exceptional, near-flawless condition known as MS70, mint state 70, or with rare minting errors like high-voltage double die obverse, high-voltage off-center strikes, high-voltage misplaced mint marks, high-voltage full steps designation, a rare, perfectly struck Monticello staircase .1 ultra-rare, certified full steps nickel with perfect grading, or an unreleased proof or error, can fetch sky-high auction prices, sometimes even crossing the $1 million mark for private collectors. But these are very rare. So, how can you tell if you've got the jackpot nickel in your hands? The coin should look brand new, no scratches, no discoloration. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Flip the coin and check the Monticello building. If the steps are sharp and fully visible with no wear, you might have a full steps coin. Look for off-center designs, doubled letters, or unusual markings near the D Mint mark. These errors skyrocket value. If your coin ticks any of these boxes, it's time to get it professionally graded. Now, if you think you've struck gold, or should I say nickel, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC specialize in this, and their certification makes all the difference when it comes to price. Moneybags sell at auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Moneybag list on platforms like eBay or Great Collections, Moneybag, or even reach out to private collectors who are always on the lookout for gems like this. So, before you cash in your change jar or dismiss that old coffee tin full of coins, give it another look. The 1998 D Jefferson nickel is a perfect reminder that hidden treasures might be closer than you think. And if you want more guides on rare coins, auctions, and money-making tips for collectors, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss what we've got coming up next. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1996 P and D Monticello Jefferson nickel. Yes, the nickel you probably have tucked away in an old jar could be worth up to $1.6 million. Sounds too good to be true? Stick around, because I'm breaking down the facts, the myths, and how you can spot a valuable coin. First, let's set the stage. In 1996, the U.S. Mint produced two versions of the Jefferson nickel, one struck in Philadelphia with a P Mint mark, and another in Denver with a D Mint mark. Both coins featured the famous portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello, his iconic home, on the reverse. Millions of these nickels were minted for circulation, so finding one in your pocket isn't unusual. But what if I told you certain rare versions of this coin are not your everyday pocket change? In fact, reports and rumors have surfaced about one specific 1996 Jefferson nickel, possibly an error coin or ultra-rare condition, being valued as high as $1.6 million. So what's the catch? Let's find out. Now let's talk about the big number everyone wants to hear, $1.6 million. While it's true that some coins from 1996 have fetched high prices at auction, the average 1996 P or D Jefferson nickel in your pocket is worth face value, 5 cents. White heavy checkmark minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, planchet flaws, white heavy checkmark ultra-high grade coins, graded MS, 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, white heavy checkmark, unique provenance or rarity, for example. If you happen to own a 1996 Jefferson nickel with a major error or in flawless, untouched condition, you could be looking at a small fortune. Not always $1.6 million, but thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars are absolutely possible. Let's break down what you should be looking for if you think you've got a valuable 1996 nickel. Look for the P or D right above Monticello on the backside. Both versions can be valuable under the right conditions. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins that have never been circulated and still have their original shine, called mint state, are what collectors dream of. Double die obverse off-center strikes, full steps on Monticello, perfectly struck steps on the building. These are the key features that make a nickel valuable, sometimes even turning it from a 5-cent coin into one worth thousands. Alright, so you've checked your jar, your old drawers, maybe even your grandparents' coin stash, and you think you've got a winner. What's next? Send your coin to services like PCGS or NGC. These companies authenticate and grade your coin, providing a certificate of value and condition. Visit local coin shops or coin shows. These experts can give you an idea of your coin's worth before you commit to grading fees. If your coin is exceptional, major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are the go-to for serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. Be cautious with eBay or Craigslist. Scammers and underpriced sales are common. Always get your coin authenticated before listing it. Friends, the 1996 Jefferson nickel is a fantastic reminder that treasures can hide in plain sight. While not every coin will fetch $1.6 million, the thrill of the hunt and the chance to find a hidden gem is priceless. If you're sitting on old coins, take the time to sort them, research them, and most importantly, don't rush to sell without knowing their true value. Always store your coins in protective holders and avoid cleaning them. A cleaned coin can lose up to 90% of its value. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more real-world tips on turning your old change into real cash. Speech balloon and tell me in the comments, what's the most interesting coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching your channel name, where small coins can lead to big profits. Today, we're diving into one of the most surprising stories in the coin collecting world, the 1992 D. Jefferson nickel. A coin that, on the surface, looks ordinary. You've probably seen one. You might even have one in your old jars or tucked away in a drawer. But did you know one of these coins sold for an eye-popping $1.2 million? That's right, a single 1992 Jefferson nickel, minted in Denver, marked with a small D right under the date. Recently caught the attention of collectors worldwide because of its rare minting error and pristine condition. Understanding the 1992 D. Jefferson nickel, let's rewind the clock. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, featuring the iconic portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic home Monticello on the back. Now, the 1992 D nickel was just one of millions minted at the Denver Mint. So what makes this one so special? The answer is a minting flaw and its almost perfect condition. This is what transforms a 5-cent coin into a millionaire's treasure. The rare error, why $1.20 million? Host? This particular 1992 D nickel had a rare error known as a full step strike, which means the Monticello building steps on the reverse side were struck so crisply that all 6 lines are visible under magnification. On most nickels, especially from that year, these steps are worn or not fully struck. Now combine that with an error in the metal composition or planchet flaw, and suddenly you have a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. When the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS, graded this coin, it received an astonishing grade, practically perfect. That's why it fetched over $1.2 million at auction. How to check your coins at home, you might be wondering. Could I have one of these sitting at home? And the answer is absolutely possible. Look for the D mint mark located under the year 1992 on the front. Examine Monticello steps. Under magnification, check for sharp, complete, and well-defined steps. Check the condition. Coins need to be in excellent uncirculated shape. If it looks brand new, even better. Seek professional grading. Companies like PCGS or NGC can officially certify your coin and help you unlock its true value. A professional grading company is often the difference between a coin being worth 5 cents or $1.2 million. Why are coins like this so valuable? Collectors value rarity, historical significance, and condition. The 1992 D. Jefferson nickel checks all three boxes when it has that rare combination of mint errors and perfect preservation. And here's the fun part. Coins like these were never intended to be rare, which means some are still floating around in collections, old piggy banks, and family heirlooms. Should you sell or hold your old coins? If you're sitting on a box of old coins, it could be a small fortune in disguise. Many people in the 30 to 70-year-old age group inherited coins from parents or grandparents. Don't rush to the bank with them. You could be handing over a life-changing payday. Research the coin online. Join a local coin club or online collector forums. Get a professional appraisal. Final thoughts and encouragement. So next time you're cleaning out the attic or sorting through spare change, remember, that plain-looking nickel could be a hidden gem. The 1992 D. Jefferson nickel story is living proof that valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, so you'll be the first to know when we uncover the next $1 million coin. And tell me in the comments, what's the oldest coin you've ever found? Today we're diving deep into the world of the 1989 D. Monticello Jefferson nickel. And yes, you heard it right. Some of these coins could be worth up to $1.5 million in today's collector's market. A little history lesson first. Let's set the stage. The Jefferson nickel has been around since 1938, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the back. But the one we're talking about today, the 1989 D nickel, was minted in Denver, Colorado, which is why you see that small D mark right under the date. This nickel was mass-produced. Millions were made. So why is one of them possibly worth over $1 million? Why the 1989 D nickel is so valuable? Not every 1989 D nickel is worth a fortune, but some are absolute gems for collectors. Some 1989 D nickels left the U.S. Mint with striking errors, like off-center strikes, double die obverse, or full steps on Monticello. These errors make the coin extremely rare. Coins graded as MS-67 or higher, mint state, virtually perfect, are the ones fetching life-changing money at auctions. The highest graded versions are worth the most. Collectors, especially those completing full nickel sets, are always on the hunt for the best preserved, rarest errors, and they're willing to pay top dollar. How to identify a valuable 1989 D nickel? Now you're probably asking, how do I know if my nickel is valuable? Make sure you see the D under 1989. The coin should look clean, with minimal scratches and very sharp details. On the reverse side, check the steps of Monticello. If you can count all 5 full steps clearly, congratulations, your coin might already be worth hundreds, even thousands. Look for unusual features like doubled letters, cracks, or off-center images. These rare mistakes skyrocket the value. Real auction prices. Now for the fun part. Let's talk about real money. In recent years, ultra-rare, pristine 1989 D. Jefferson nickels have sold at auction for up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single nickel worth more than a luxury house. Even coins without errors but in near-perfect mint state condition can sell for $500 to $5,000 depending on the grade. And the best part? Most people don't even know they have these treasures sitting in old piggy banks or coin jars. How to sell your 1989 D nickel. All right, so you've checked your change and you think you've got a winner? What's next? Submit the coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade equals high value. Trusted coin auction sites like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections are where the big sales happen. eBay is another option, but always check completed listings to see what similar coins have actually sold for, not just listed for. Final thoughts and call to action. So, next time you're cleaning out that old coin jar or flipping through your grandfather's collection, keep an eye out for the 1989 D. Monticello Jefferson nickel. Your old spare change might just be your retirement plan waiting to happen. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, and if you want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in your collection, don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a money-making tip. Drop a comment below and tell me what rare coins you've found or hope to find. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Today, we're unlocking the incredible story of the 1985 Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia and Denver. and why one rare version of this coin has been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. The basics of the Jefferson nickel. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel has been an American staple since 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. On the front, Thomas Jefferson, the third U.S. president. On the back, Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate. In 1985, two primary versions of this coin were minted: the P mint mark from Philadelphia and the D mint mark from Denver. They look pretty ordinary to the untrained eye, but not all 1985 nickels are created equal. Why the 1985 Jefferson nickel is special: most 1985 nickels are worth their face value, just 5 cents. But rare errors and high-grade, uncirculated coins can turn pocket change into life-changing money. In particular, a near-perfect mint state, MS 68 Jefferson nickel, especially with a full-step designation, meaning the steps of Monticello on the coin are sharp and fully visible, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. But hold on to your hats, because one 1985 P nickel made headlines for an absolutely incredible reason. An extremely rare and perfectly preserved specimen was valued at a staggering $1.5 million. The $1.5 million coin. What's the story? So why such a high price for a nickel? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and demand. The $1.5 million Jefferson nickel isn't your everyday coin. It's believed to be a combination of a mint error or unusual strike-in, exceptionally high grade, likely MS 70, which is practically unheard of for this year and type, and most importantly, collector demand and auction fever pushing the price into the stratosphere. In other words, this isn't the kind of nickel you just find in your change jar. But if you inherited a collection or have coins tucked away in old boxes, it's worth a second look. How to spot valuable 1985 nickels. Here's how you can check your own coins. 1. Look for the mint mark P for Philadelphia. For Denver. 2. Examine the condition. Coins with minimal scratches, sharp details, and strong luster are worth much more. 3. Check the steps on Monticello. If you can clearly see all 6 steps, that's a strong sign you've got something special. 4. Seek out errors. Look for misstrikes, off-center prints, or doubling of letters and numbers. If your coin meets any of these signs, it's time to call a professional coin grader, or better yet, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Where and how to sell your rare coins. Now let's talk money. If you find a high-grade or error coin, here's where to sell it: auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, online marketplaces like eBay, but only after professional grading, coin shows, and dealers specializing in rare U.S. coins. For high-value coins, professional grading and authentication are essential. Don't skip this step. It can mean the difference between a $5 sale and a $500,000 auction win. Final thoughts to recap. The 1985 Jefferson nickel is usually worth 5 cents, but under the right conditions, this humble coin can turn into a fortune, like the rare gem valued at $1.5 million. So go ahead, check your drawers, old piggy banks, and inherited coin jars. Who knows? You might be holding the next $1 million nickel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more hidden treasures from the world of coins. And don't forget, every coin has a story, and yours could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Today, I've got something truly exciting for you: a 1984 Jefferson nickel from the Philadelphia Mint with a small but mysterious detail: the D mark. This humble 5-cent coin could be worth as much as $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, one single nickel. So, stay tuned as I break down what makes this coin so rare, how to spot one, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1984 Jefferson nickel was minted in Philadelphia, meaning the coins should have a P mint mark. But there's a twist. Some collectors have reported a 1984 nickel that shows a mysterious D mint mark, which typically stands for the Denver Mint. So why is this special? Well, in the world of numismatics, that's the fancy word for coin collecting. Mint errors or transitional errors are the holy grail. This specific 1984 P mint D mark Monticello nickel is believed to be the result of a rare die mix-up, where a Denver mark die was accidentally used at the Philadelphia Mint. These errors are freak accidents and make coins incredibly valuable. Now, you might be wondering, does this coin really sell for $1.40 million? The answer is almost. Some of these ultra-rare mint error coins, when graded by top services like PCGS or NGC, have fetched 6- and 7-figure sums at auctions like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. And yes, reports show one of these coins was evaluated and offered at over $1.4 million due to its pristine condition, rarity, and verified minting error. Go grab your old change jars, especially if you've got coins from the 1980s. Look for the 1984 Jefferson nickel and check the mint mark under the date. Normally, you'll see a P for Philadelphia or no mark at all, but if you spot a tiny, unusual D, that's where the magic begins. Grading? Collectors and auction houses rely on professional grading to determine value. A coin in mint state 65 or higher with this error could easily cross into 6 or 7 figures. Without grading, even rare coins often fetch far less than their true value. And folks, don't worry if you're not sure where to start. You can send your coins to trusted grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They'll give your coin an official grade and certification, which is absolutely essential if you want to sell to serious collectors or at auction. Imagine finding one of these in your old coin jar and turning it into a retirement bonus. That's the dream for many collectors, and it can happen. The key is knowing what to look for and understanding the market. Coins like this, especially those verified to be from an error batch, don't come around often. So if you've got old coins lying around, especially those 1984 Jefferson nickels, it's time to check. And if you think you've found something special, don't sell it to just anyone. Do your homework, get it graded, and make sure you're getting the price it deserves. A $1.4 million nickel might just be sitting in your house right now. If you love coin collecting or you want to learn how to turn your old change into serious cash, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell for more videos like this. And let me know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. Today, I've got a story that could change the way you look at your spare change forever. Moneybag, we're diving into the world of the 1980 Jefferson nickel, specifically the P Mint from Philadelphia and the D Mint from Denver. One of these coins recently made headlines with a jaw-dropping $1.4 million sale price. Can you believe it? A nickel worth more than a luxury mansion. Let's rewind to 1980. The U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels, just like every other year. The P Mint from Philadelphia and the D Mint from Denver. These nickels feature Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello, his historic Virginia home, on the reverse. But here's the twist, not all nickels are created equal. Some coins left the mint with rare errors, unique characteristics, or flawless, untouched conditions that make them worth thousands, sometimes even millions, to the right collector. Now about that $1.4 million nickel. This specific coin wasn't just any 1980 P or D nickel. It was graded a perfect MS-70 by a professional grading service, meaning it's in absolutely flawless mint state condition. 0 scratches, no handling marks, and crisp, clean striking. This particular coin also had a very rare minting error, which collectors call the full steps variety. The steps of Monticello are fully visible and perfectly struck, a detail that even most circulated nickels lack. Combine that rare error with perfect condition and boom. A bidding war broke out at auction, and the final hammer price hit $1.4 million. If you've got 1980 nickels lying around, here's what you need to check for. Look just beside Monticello on the back. If you see a small P or D, you've got a Philadelphia or Denver mint. The fewer scratches and wear marks, the better. Uncirculated coins in near-perfect shape are highly desirable. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the steps on Monticello. If all 5 or 6 steps are perfectly clear and sharp, congratulations. You might have a coin worth grading. Before you run to the bank, here's how to know for sure if your coin is the jackpot. Package, get it graded. Send your coin to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll professionally assess your coin and assign a grade from poor, P1, to mint state, MS-70. Briefcase auction it right. If your nickel scores high or shows rare errors, The next step is to sell through reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers to maximize your profit. Light bulb. So before you spend that old nickel, flip it over and take a closer look. You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. The 1980 Jefferson nickel might seem ordinary, but under the right conditions, even a 5-cent coin can turn into life-changing money. Fire, and if you're a collector, seller, or just inherited grandpa's old coffee can full of coins, this is your sign to check your collection. You never know, the next $1 million coin could be hiding right in your hands. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin stories, and share this video with your family and friends. Who knows? You might make someone a millionaire.